Hello and welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland's 5 to Follow. This weekend we have racing from Fairyhouse on Saturday the 23rd and Naas on Sunday the 24th of February. So Martin, last weekend we didn't do too badly with 2 winners and a couple of placed horses.
But yes, Sarah, and hopefully we'll do just as well this weekend, if not a bit better. It certainly is a great race meeting this weekend at Fairyhouse and at Naas. Some very good Grade 2 races on offer. And our first selection this week comes in the very first race at Fairyhouse, which is the 1 o'clock race, the Winning Fair Juvenile Hurdle, a Grade 3 event. Now only 5 runners face the starter in this one, and I'm going to go for a horse called Stockton's Wing, trained by Charles O'Brien and ridden by Mark Walsh. This horse ran 2 very good races recently. He was second to Our Connor, who of course is our leading Triumph Hurdle hope at the moment, trained by Desi Hughes, and also then he was second to Bloodcoat Hill at Leopardstown last time. He does have one of Willie Mullins's here called Dagora, who has won his only 2 races to beat, but I do think that he's good enough to win, and he's my first selection. That's Stockton's Wing in the 1 o'clock. Now Sarah, I believe you've won for the big race there, at the races Bobby Joe steeplechase?
I do indeed, Martin, yes. This is the feature race of the day. It's a Grand National trial, so obviously there's a few horses that are entered for the Aintree Grand National in England. I'm going to go with the Colin Murphy trained Quito de la Rock. Jigginstown own this one and Robbie Power takes the ride. Now he's won 9 of his 17 starts and he's seldom out of the prize money. He's some really good form. He beat Radami by 6.5 lengths at Thurles back in January.
Yes, it certainly is a very good race, this one, Sarah, as you say. And not only that, we have, of course, last year's winner, Prince de Beauchene, trained by Willie Mullins in opposition. And also, as you say, riding me again. And, of course, Ted Walsh's Seabass, who was 3rd in last year's English Grand National under Katie Walsh, and will be going back there again in April. So an awful lot to look forward to. And I believe then we're going to Naas for your 3rd selection, Sarah?
Yes, I'm going to go to the 2:30. This is the Woodlands Park 100 Novice Chase. It's a Grade 2. My selection in this race is Sweeney Tunes, trained by Paul Nolan. It's another Jigginstown horse, and Davy Russell takes the ride on him. Now, he was second to Farrell's Fancy at Leopardstown last time out, and that was a Grade A chase. And he's some really consistent form on this ground. Well,
yes, he does have Michael Dagenay to beat, but I think you're right. I think Sweeney Tunes has a very good chance and should be a decent price. Now, for our 4th selection this week, it comes into Paddy Power mobile app handicap hurdle at 3:05. A pretty open race, this one. I like the look of Philip Rothwell's Beneficial Spirit. This one landed a bit of a gamble here over a steeplechase race at Naas in early January, and last time out finished a good second to a horse called Tennis Cap, who then went on and won under a £12 penalty at Leopardstown. That's pretty good form, and I really do think he's an outstanding chance with Andrew Ring claiming £7 off his back. Now, there is some very good racing at Naas. There's a further 2 Grade 2 races on the card. In the paddypower.com novice hurdle, there's a great clash between Defy Logic and Don Cossack, and throw in, of course, Moscow Manon and even Annie Power as well. So that's a really good race to look forward to. And also then later on the card in the 4:10, the paddypower.com chase, we have Days Hotel against Rail Dove and Call the Police. But for me, in my 5th selection will be in the very last race on the card, the 5:10, the Paddy Power mobile app Pro-Am bumper, and this is a really cracking race. There's 8 horses in this race, and all 8 horses have won a bumper in the past. Yeah. And for me, I'm going to go with Willie Mullins again, horse called Outlander, who's been very impressive on his last 2 starts when he won at Fairyhouse and he won at Leopardstown over Christmas. He may be a Cheltenham bumper horse in time, and you know, just he would have to put up a good performance here, but he does face some dodgy horses in this race, so some very good horses, so it should be a very good race, and I think he'll win and make it 3 in a row for him. And Sarah, where are we going next weekend?
Okay, yes, so Martin, next week we have Navan on Saturday, and we also then have Leopardstown on Sunday. Also, something else to look forward to on Sunday after the races are some of the horses that are entered at Cheltenham are going to be working after the races at Leopardstown. And also don't forget that we also have Hector with the Jockey Olympics at Naas on Sunday this weekend. So some really good racing to look forward to. Thank you for watching and see you next week.
Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.